MGTOW and Daddy's little girl. Imagine yourself becoming a father of a little girl. When you hold that little child in your arms, you know it for sure. You will do anything to protect this little girl and make her happy. Now imagine yourself becoming father of a little boy. You are probably faced with a different feeling. You will think, I will do anything to make this boy a strong man that is responsible and tough. I will teach him everything I know about manhood. And this is essentially where the problems start. I come from a very female family. I was the only boy surrounded by an army of sisters. It was only around the age of 16 that I started to notice how different my father treated my sisters from me. Small things, of course. My father is a good man and I'm pretty sure he does this all subconsciously. But what it comes down to is that if my sisters had any worries, my father would try to take those worries away as soon as possible. Whereas I had any worries, my father told me not to be such a complainer. For example, when we went out on a family outing and we were all sitting in the car, someone always, at some point, had to go to the bathroom. Usually, this is one of my sisters. Well, they just had to say the word and my father would stop at the nearest gas station, so they could go to the bathroom. If it was me, however, I just had to hold it up until we got there. This is not the only example. When we were walking around in some nature reserve, and my sisters wanted to get rid of their bags, they just gave them to my father. My father would walk around like a packing mule, carrying way more bags and jackets than what seemed physically possible. Anyways, I always had to carry my own bag. You are a man, he said. You have to carry your own weight. In the end, I'm glad he treated me like that. Because I grew up carrying my own bag and I learned to postpone my bathroom breaks to more opportune moments. But what my father also essentially learned me was that females and males are not equal. He learned me that women could do whatever they want and that we, as males, should carry around their weight. Now, at the age of 25, I kinda blame him for that mentality. Even though I know he didn't mean anything bad by it. Now, when I'm in a relationship with a girl, I see that my father wasn't the only one who treated his daughter like a little princess. Exactly, it appears to be the norm that a father takes all the punches that his daughter would throw at him. My girlfriend actually expects me to carry her weight. She expects me to take over the role of her father. What I'm trying to say is that we, as men, have created the woman as she exists today. We have created the woman that has forced us to create MGTOW. Because her father carried her on a bed of rose petals, we, as her lover, are expected to do the same. And the woman will genuinely be offended if you refuse to carry her bag, her weight, or whatever load she doesn't want to carry herself. I do understand where it comes from. You, as a father, will do everything for your little girl. But we must seriously think about this. We must think about what kind of woman we create, for the sake of the men in the generation that come after us. My father, that did his best to raise me as a strong male, has taught me that the blame of every situation lies with yourself. Because if you, yourself, is to blame, then you are the one that can make the situation right and find a solution. That is also how I look at the horrible type of female we have today. We must blame ourselves for their behavior, so that we are the ones that can make it right. I notice that in MGTOW, we tend to blame the female for her behavior, but I think we give her too much power if we let them be the source of the solution. We, as men, should be to blame. As we then, can also be the solution. If you are a father, or becoming a father of a little girl at some point in your life, teach this girl to carry her own bags. Teach her that daddy doesn't serve as a punching bag that she can use to vent her frustrations on. Do this for the men that come after you. If all fathers would do this, a female would never expect a man to get rid of any problem she has in her life. And men doesn't have to live up to a standard anymore. A standard that is incredibly unfair, gynocentric and unequal.